of Tommy's Adventures. Today we're out here in Silverado, California, and we're going to be doing a mountain bike race. The race is called Over the Hump, and it's going to be a fun one. I'm going to be racing in Junior Boys A group. Now, let's go have a race.
Now is our 13th year here at Irvine Lake and some part of it.
Oh, you guys thank you. Yes, they wouldn't be here if they were not there.
Now that you've all stayed, let's come on roll. Go! That's jazz roll. All right, so here we go. We're off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're racing!
Go Dylan, go Jack.
Now there's one mistake here with my start. Can you spot it? I started out a little too fast. Now Over the Hump is kind of a confusing race, and it always has to be, because it's very fast, but it's really short, and depending on the riders that day, it always varies on how you want to race it. In the summer series, when you started out fast, that's how you had to race, because you would be with the front peloton, and if you didn't, you'd lose them and there would be no way to catch back up. Now, I did the same strategy that I did in the summer series, but during this winter series, I found it different. There were different kids in the winter series, and they raced this differently. So, starting out fast didn't work out as well. Now, the Junior Boys A was the first group to leave that day. Now, this race is an 8-mile short track race. We go around the loop 2 times. This loop is mostly fire roads and not really any climbs, just fast moving pace. Now right here you'll see we'll go up this little hump. Now, at the time, I was the youngest of this group. The Junior Boys A ranges from ages 12 to 15. At the time, I was 12, and most of the kids racing that day were about 14 and 15. So I was the smallest and the youngest. This race is mostly a sprinter's race. It's all just fast pace, which is not the best advantage for me because I'm more of a climber. Now this footage is a little bit back in time, if you're wondering. This was the winter of 2022, January 8th to be exact. Now this long flat right here is a good spot to make up time that you want to have somebody to draft on. I'm going about 13-14 miles an hour right here. You go pretty fast through here. It's a pretty long flat. What we're doing here is called drafting. It's where we follow off of someone's rear wheel to block the wind for another person. We're cornering these turns at pretty high speeds, and this dirt is pretty loose and sandy. Now around this moment, my cadence, beats per minute, and my wattage is pretty high. My wattage is about 130 watts right now, which really isn't a lot for an adult, but for a kid, it's pushing it. And my beats per minute for my heart rate is about 180. Now coming up here is the infamous hump, which is why Over the Hump is called Over the Hump. Or at least I think so. But it's kind of a big hump. Kind of fun too. Now this next segment coming up is the hill climb. Now this is the part that I usually excel at, and this is when I'll start to catch the other riders.
This is it. Let's go, Tommy. Get back. I'm gonna send it to myself.
Dead last.
Go, that's all right, just go. Maybe you'll make it up. You're at the little list.
Now at this point, I thought I was dead last because the leaders left me, but I actually wasn't. I was about in the middle of the pack. I was in about 7th or 8th place right now, out of 16 riders. So this race was 2 laps. In a minute though, my GoPro dies right before the finish line. You may be wondering why I'm skipping these beautiful jumps. Well, the reason is because I'm racing and I'm trying to get the fastest time possible. Even though those jumps are fun, it's faster to go through the middle.
Yeah, Tommy! Woo! Good job, Tommy!
And I finished! Yippee!
Nice!
Well, this is the end of our adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I had an awesome time racing over the hump. Overall, I scored 7th place in the boys junior group A. It was awesome. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.